Uh, Another day, another stream. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another APF podcast, episode 162. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system, aka the coach.
And it's your boy going forward. I hope you guys having a good start to your day. I'm sorry, it's the end of the day. Football is over. The day is almost over. Time to get back to a new long week. We got some great topics. Let's get into it.
So let's get the painful one out the way. The NBA season is back, and it ain't looking good for the Lakers and Nets.
We got some sorry ass teams. That's all I know.
It ain't looking too good. The Nets 1-5. The Lakers are 0-5.
They do
I
play
mean,
tonight against Denver as well.
we're probably gonna get spanked in that game.
Yeah, we'll see. Damn. But look, the Nets have issues. No perimeter defense, no interior defense. Ben
Oh
Simmons is
yeah,
horribly bad on defense.
yeah. They
Um,
have their defense. Their offense ain't the problem. It's their defense.
yeah, well, as I look, even though today's defense is not great, it goes to show you if you try to outscore teams, you will lose. Like it does not matter at all what it is. Um, it's troubling because they really have no other shooters. Like they have the Lakers issue. It's just that their two players are probably better offensive players than the other two on the Lakers because truly they both have the same issue.
Well, yeah,
Not
I
enough
would say
shooting.
that. I would say that is KD and Kyrie are both offensively better than LeBron and AD.
Yes, so they could really like keep games close, but the problem is that defensively they are just challenged. Kyrie can't stay in front of nobody. Royce O'Neal is like what like top like 200, like he's 200th or something in defensive efficiency. Ben Simmons is around is somewhere there. You've got Frick who's also really bad. Kevin Durant's a really bad on ball defender. Kyrie Irving's just bad because he doesn't really try. And so it just leaves their team to be really just giving up all these points. Like Indiana scored 130 points. No problem. Tyrese Halliburton had like 29 points. Another guy had another 25 points. It is going to be a struggle for them to be any good in basketball because they can't stop anybody. And Ben Simmons again under 10 points, only 9 points. I know he has 9 assists. I know that's what he's supposed to do. But again, another big problem is, you know, um, he's got to score. Like he needs to score some points, you know, more than 9 points. And they need help. You've only got two guys scoring anything. Everybody else is not really scoring. So the scoring is completely lopsided. It's two guys. And look what happened yesterday. Cam Durant had 14 points through three quarters, gives you 12 in the fourth. It doesn't matter. They still lose by a decent amount. But I think they can. They all they really need to do is find a way to commit more to the defensive end. Make if it's switching or guys just have to really bog down. But if they don't do that, they're gonna lose. They're gonna be out of the playoffs. Right now, they bad. We all thought the Jazz would be bad. The Jazz are 5-2. They have no superstars. They have no stars. They're just a very decent team. They're just a good team. They're 5-2. They're very good this year. So I really am surprised just how well the Jazz have played. They're my, surprise team this early season because a lot of people thought they would be in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes, and maybe they eventually will be, but early on they are playing very well.
What I really see from both sides is for the Nets is what happens if Ben Simmons can give me like 15, 8, and 7 per game. Because we all know Ben Simmons has the ability to get to the rim and to be able to pass at the same time and have like 15 points and like 10 assists per game if he wanted to. But because he was so used to being in Philadelphia, where he was the focal point, one of the focal points of all on the offensive end, and he was so used to being the guy, one of the guys on the team, that he comes to Brooklyn and he has two guys who are miles ahead of him, and just can actually produce more on the board combined than he can by himself. That he's not, I say that he's not used to having actual players that can actually do what he do but better. Well, Durant with the scoring and Kyrie being an actual guard, using the pick and roll and basically as he's on the move, seeing what options are available. I think Tim Ben Simmons needs to flip that switch on early, because if he flips that switch on late, and when they're trying to win games they need to win to be in the play in or get that one spot in the top eight, then the top seven actually. If he's trying to get that top seven spot, then it's gonna be too late because he should have turned it on early. I've also been saying that he's not used to having two guys on the team or more scoring the way they score. Like those two are literally breaking their backs trying to win games, and they can't win because they have no other help. He is not being that third helping hand that I would like him to be. And I believe that Ben Simmons can be that third helping hand if he actually wants to. Because all I see him do is we watch the games. All he's doing is like passing off and like basically not trying to take over when needed. Because KD and Kyrie can't take over every game. You're not going to have them 82 games in a row. That's just not going to happen. I don't think they ever played an 82 game season because they get injured so much.
I'm not surprised. Ben Simmons has never been the man who really wants to take advantage. He still does not know how to shoot. Everybody says that's okay. That's okay. I just think that's
That's not
BS.
okay. This is a
He
shooter's
needs to
league.
be able to shoot the ball, man, and he does not want to.
This is a
So,
shooter's league. You can't just be okay with somebody who's 6'9" that has the ability to go inside whenever he can and not be able to shoot outside. That's not.
he just, I mean, they all they do is just say he don't need to shoot. I'm like, that's a lie. He needs to shoot. Okay. Um, I just think that personally, he needs, like, they're trying to get him to play in the post, get some hook shots, which that's good. But he'll if that's what he is,
That's not
then
his game.
I mean
They're
that
trying
is
to.
really his game is just like fast break, hook shots. That's really his offensive game. He can't really shoot. He really can't. He can't dribble shoot. He can't pull up shoot. He can't shoot threes. All the other things that are required of somebody of his caliber to be a efficient, dangerous offensive weapon, he does not have. So it just puts more strain on the other two guys. Then the rest of the team is not a very good shooting team. At this point at this point, if you look at if you just look at their players on their team, you know, T.J. Warren still not playing. Markieff Morris, does he play? I don't know. Patty Mills, I mean, okay. Joe Harris has been gone basically for 2 years. Seth Curry's gone. So right now, the only thing we can say is they don't have two or three guys who can shoot. Seth Curry, Joe Harris, T.J. Warren. If you put T.J. Warren there, that's another guy who can get his own shot. You get Seth Curry, he can get his own shot too. He's a good 3-point shooter. Joe Harris is a good 3-point shooter. So right now, those guys aren't playing. So that may be part of the reason why they're not great right at this moment. So I would say that they're not a whole team, but Ben Simmons, I don't like what I'm seeing because defensively, his numbers overall, the way they calculate
Oh yeah,
them,
TJ Warren. He's out with his foot injury.
yeah, so he's out. I know Seth Curry's out to start the season. I know Joe Harris is still coming back from an injury currently. But if you really look at this team, like they have no rim presence. Like just if you yeah, they have none.
Oh yeah, they have none. They have none. They really don't.
Like Nicholas Claxton, like he's a slim dude, man. It's called bully. We're just gonna put if you're strong, you put that body into him, he's gonna move. So they have no rim presence. They can't keep people in front of them. So there's gonna be teams going to the basket, and they don't do well off switches. They don't do well staying in front of again stay in front of their man. They are the textbook definition of a bad defensive team. They're old. They have no defenders. They don't do well on switches. They don't stay in front of anybody, and they have no interior defense. Nobody to put. They don't have like a Miles Turner or or even
Well,
a
Andre Drummond,
Andre
somebody.
Drummond
Yeah.
who's a good interior defender, not a good obviously on ball defender. But they don't have anything, so they are not a good team. And I'm not surprised that they have started out bad. They I mean losing to literally everybody, man. That is really bad. They're them and the Pistons, like who are they playing actually tomorrow? Yeah, they're playing the Pacers again actually tomorrow. So we'll see if
Yeah.
they come back. But if you look at they've allowed the Grizzlies score 134 points, Pacers to score 125 points, Mavericks to score 129 points. They've allowed Pelicans to score 130 points. Out of the first 6 games, 4 teams have scored at least over 125 points.
And on all 6 games, everybody is able to drop 3 digits on their head. So that
Everybody,
lets us
even
know that they can't defend anybody.
yeah, they have. They've allowed every team to score 100 points. They are easily the worst defense team in the league. They've allowed 4 125-point games already. And it's not like you bring back Joe Harris, Seth Curry, and TJ Warren are going to be a better defensive team. This whole team is bad. This is a badly built team to win a championship. This team is not winning a championship because
If
if you look at all those
they
players,
do, if they somehow do, that they will be the luckiest MFers I've ever watched play
well,
basketball.
there's just no way they can. If there's no way they can't stop anybody. They really can't, and I just don't
I mean,
see
we
that.
said that about. I think, well, not we, but what I'm saying, we said that about Toronto, and look what happened. They had Kawhi Leonard. They
Oh
have
no,
Kawhi Leonard.
I thought Toronto was gonna. I thought Toronto was. Well, I think Toronto was a good team that year. Obviously, have Kawhi. They have Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet. We all knew. I thought they were going to be a good team. Nobody thought they were going to win a championship, and they wouldn't have if Golden State was healthy. But they clearly were one of the better teams. With them, Philadelphia, Milwaukee, and Boston were the best 4 teams that year. So I'm not surprised. But if early on this season though, if you look at the Western Conference, the Trailblazers are 5-1, Jazz are 5-2. So those are really surprising teams. And you look, the Warriors are 3-3, Nuggets are 4-2, Grizzlies 4-2. Those teams we're not worried about. They're going to be better. The Warriors do play today against the Pistons, and they're down by 9. Are they playing any of their main guys? Oh, they are playing. So Jordan Poole has 25 points. Okay, well they need to do better. I need to watch that game. Um, you got who's and look at that. 4 players with 15 points on the Pistons. That usually means defensively we are in trouble. We are in trouble. And as usual, it's Jordan Poole and Steph Curry scoring all the points,
Well,
and everybody else doing nothing. Oh, no, Klay Thompson.
Clay Thompson is not playing.
Yeah, he's probably on the minutes. He's on. Yeah, he's probably not playing back to backs. So we're gonna have to dig deep to get the Pistons, and I will be watching that game for free after this podcast. But yeah, I'm really surprised the Jazz are really playing well this year. I'm just really is.
Yeah, they shot even though their 2 big guns have been taken away from them, and they still managed to find some leftovers, and they're doing very well.
Yeah, Lord Markkinen. Look, man.
Well, Lord Markkinen was going off in the Euro League.
Yeah, Lord Markkinen. The truth of the matter is, in the NBA, everybody can play if you give them the minutes and the belief. And in Chicago,
That
after
is,
his 1 year in Chicago, they kind of let him go. In Cleveland, he could never really play a bunch of minutes, strictly because they had like 3 or 4 big dudes there. And when they drafted Evan Mobley, you knew that they were going to move eventually get off marketing.
Yeah.
So um, I guess Mike Conley's not playing right on this team. Because I know he's still on the team.
Oh, he's at
Yeah.
20. He's averaging 21. Oh man. Oh
Who
yeah,
is?
he's a scorer. Yeah, Lauren Markin, he's a scorer for sure.
Oh yeah. He's a
He's
scorer. Yeah.
actually had decent minutes. He's had like 29, 32, 29,
Oh yeah.
25, 25 in last year in Chicago, 20, 30 in Cleveland. Now he's averaging a career high 34 minutes against 34
Yeah.
minutes per game.
I mean, look, 47% from the field, 27% from three. So not good shooting. He's averaging 21, 9. Look, he's playing 35 minutes. He does that. He actually averages around 30 minutes per game. So he does play a decent amount of minutes. But wow, he was taken by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay, he was traded for Jimmy Butler. Oh, I see. Yeah, I just think that give players minutes, they'll be good. He's got all the minutes. Utah's completely moving to a youth movement. The only old guy they have there
Yeah,
is Mike.
yeah, they got like three. They got three rookies on their team,
Yeah, I mean,
and
look,
only the only people that have over 10 years of experience are Mike Conley and Rudy Gay, and they both played in Memphis with each other.
yeah, it's always interesting. Malik
Yeah,
Beasley,
this team is
Jared Van
extremely young.
Kelly Olynyk, Nikhil Alexander Walker, Taylor Tucker.
Yeah,
They
this
got
team is extremely young.
extremely young, extremely they're young, they're interesting, and they're good, and they're winning early, and maybe the Lakers can beat them, but they do play in about a couple days. Um, I will say though, the amount of like teams are players are averaging like 30 points per game right now is insane. Like it is so. If you're man, it is so easy for all these great players to score. Like there's no stopping them. Steph Curry averaging 30, Giannis averaging 30, Luka averaging 30. I mean, who else is probably averaging 30? Yeah, Jason Tatum averaging
Kyrie
32.
and KD are averaging like
KD
30,
averaging 32.
32.
I mean, she's. Yeah. I mean, it is crazy out here. It is crazy. John Moran, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant. I know Steph Curry is for sure. Like there's 6 or 7 guys averaging like 30 points per game,
Yeah,
and
like
it is
Giannis
just.
averaging 34, the league best.
Hmm. Yeah,
Oh no, actually no, Luka's averaging 35. Damn.
yeah, he's averaging. Yeah, I mean he's averaging a lot, a lot.
Well, yeah, because he's a walk. I call him the another walking triple double.
Yeah,
There's like
he's.
literally 11 people averaging 30 points per game.
Yeah, there is. They
And
really are.
I don't see James Harden anywhere. He's
James
averaging.
Harden, like James Harden offensively has clearly diminished though. Like you can see it. His step back three is nowhere near as effective as it used to be, getting in the basket. The changing of the rules so he doesn't get all those like ticky
I mean,
tack fouls at the
he
pick and roll.
does pass though. He does pass.
Yeah, no. I think that he has made the decision to move to being a facilitator less than a scorer in any ways, which I think is a good choice. Like I don't have I have no problems with his decision. I don't think he really cares about scoring much. He's done that. Like the one thing you want people to get to a point of is what happened to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan scored all these points and never won. So eventually he changed up. Go, James Harden, same thing. I'm averaging 31, 32, 35 points. I scored like 30 points, like 15, I think it was like 20 plus games in a row. Did that get you any
I
chance?
think actually no. I think it was. I think it was 2020.
I know it was like the second longest ever. Like nobody's ever gonna touch Will Chamberlain scoring like 30 points, like 50 plus games in a row, some crazy nonsense. That will never happen.
Yeah, it was 32 games in a row. He scored 30.
Yeah, like I think like Chamberlain like six, like double that almost basically.
I think Will Chamberlain had like probably like 80 or something.
80 in a row. Jesus.
Yeah.
And people, I mean, that is crazy. People want to talk about, oh, it's harder. No, the guy was 7'1" and everybody else was under 7 foot. So he was the most athletic, the tallest guy, the most skilled player in the league. So of course he was going to average all them points like he was averaging.
Well, yeah, he had 516 games played with 30 points
Yeah,
or
if
more.
he ever, yeah, I mean, he's an anomaly. But yeah, I mean, Joel Embiid's the guy who needs to score the 28 points per game. He's in his prime. James Harden is out of his prime. No question about that. So James should be much more about facilitating, getting the ball into
Oh
the hands
yeah,
of his
Will Chamberlain had 65 games in a row.
exactly, literally double his games. Oh wow, Pistons are playing with their Grant Hill jerseys. Wow, I didn't know they brought those jerseys. Wow, they really did bring those jerseys back. That's dope. Wow. Yeah, they did. The Pistons brought back their teal jerseys. That looks fire right there. I like that. I like the court. Wow, they just turned the ball over again. Wow. Well, I guess we're gonna. I guess we're not winning this game. Down by 13 points. 1 minute left. We're in trouble. Early in the season, we're in trouble. Oh, did you know DDG is dating Haley? What's her name?
Yeah, Halle Berry or some.
No, it's Bailey.
Yeah,
Bailey.
I know who it is, but I don't
Man,
know.
that boy, he moved up in the world. Yeah, he moved up in the world. He dating Halle Bailey out here. She's a
Oh, Halle Bailey. Yeah, Halle Bailey.
yeah.
Yeah,
She
that's
wow. He moved up. Wow, good for him. Good for him.
um. Mm, I don't know what to think about her.
I don't look. She's a singer. I know that. I just think it's interesting that as you know, from where he was to now, he's dating like a big time celebrity. A rising musician, as well as him being a musician himself. I'm wondering, has he transitioned away from most YouTube now?
No, he's still doing YouTube. He's even consistently like popping up on stream and actually streaming and actually like reacting to videos on stream.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's moved away from being more of a YouTuber, right? Like doing videos and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, he still does it, but he's like wanting to branch out more. Now he's like dipping into the streaming side, reacting to videos and obviously being focusing on his music stuff and also doing his doing the thing that got him to where he is today, and that is being on doing his YouTube vids.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jake Paul won yesterday. You know.
Did was it like unit the decision? Like,
No, it was a unanimous decision.
well, he damn damn.
Yeah, it was
Oh
unanimous.
well, he's out one more one more test, and that's JJ.
Well, look, I'm just telling people right now. Can't look. Jake Paul fought actually went through a real boxing match against like the most boxing match I've seen him do, and I'm just saying, KSI play he playing around with these little cupcakes. Jake Paul is gonna beat him. I'm just saying it right now. Jake Paul gonna beat him right now.
From his point of view, there's no way that he's just gonna. I mean, he could have tested himself really, but
Yeah, but he like fought like these. One dude was sorry, and the other guy is also sorry.
well, Swarms asked for it, and then JJ gave it to him, knowing that JJ, even though he hasn't competed in like 3 years, he still was going to do him dirty.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like this pro boxer, I mean, the dude was hot garbage. So we all knew he was going to win that one. I don't know. Me personally, I would have not even wanted him to take that fight because we know you're going to win.
Yeah, I
there should
mean,
you're better
yeah,
off fighting the guy that was bigger. But with with whatever happened in that situation, that couldn't happen because he had I don't know. I guess like some religious or whatever the case may be. It was like basically something negative that there was that his team was like, no, let's take him off because you can't fight this guy. So they went ahead and got Luis Pineda to fight to accept the fight, and him just like Swarms and him were both running, ducking, talking, tapping their head as if he got hit in the back of the head because he just hit him so fast. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, man.
it was basically him trying to like, get back into it, and then now he's in the fight like the biggest battle that he's had since Logan, and that is facing Jake. And
Yeah.
if he beats Jake, then but
Yeah, if he beats
Jake is asking for outrageous things like half of his prime share. I'm like, no, there's no. I would never let that happen. Ain't no way in hell you gonna get my prime money. If I beat you, I get half of your prime. No, no, go ask your brother. Go ask your brother, motherfucker. You
you
ain't
go
touching none
after
of my
him.
shit.
Yeah, you ain't touching mine, dude.
I'm like, he ain't touching mine. No, on God. No enemy of mine will ever be involved in any business that I set up or own. That's not happening. He over here thinking this is he over here thinking this is a game. This ain't no game, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the fight is with KSI. That is the fight. But right now, KSI is going to get his ass beat because that man, he a real wrestler. I'm sorry, he's a real boxer. I mean, he's got it down. He's got it moving. Anderson Silva did a good job, though, man. You got to give him credit. Did a good job to give him a fight and, to entertain the masses because that's probably the best celebrity boxing match of the year. I mean, KSI's wasn't interesting. Adrian Peterson versus like Frank Gore, or I'm sorry, Le'Veon Bell versus Frank Gore was not interesting. And so it is what it is. But
I think he's gonna fight. I think he's gonna win.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see.
I don't. I think it's gonna be it's gonna go down to decision.
It could be, could go to decision. I mean, it probably will. The one thing you don't want, the judges don't want us to get punched, he's getting knocked out. I mean,
Because if that happens, no his Reddit will never let him rest. He will never hear the end of it. Jake
oh
will
yeah,
never he will never hear the end of it from Jake. Jake will never stop have the opportunity to say I knocked out KSI. That I think he'd rather lose to him than to have the than let him have the bragging rights of saying that I knocked you out and beat you. That's just demoralizing.
mm-hmm.
Just imagine your biggest enemy knocking you out and then being able to hold that over your head.
Yep.
So and the HOH 3v3 tournament finals was as expected. Was DC Heat, White Iverson, and Slim Reaper versus Chris White, YPK Ray, and Devontae Friga. That game was was like one of the most interesting finishes that I've seen in like a tournament where it turned into a 3v3. An injury happened, so it went to a 2v2 with White Iverson and DC Heat versus Chris White and Friga. Then when Chris went for the ball, his left leg slipped or whatever. He sprained his ankle basically. He sprained his left ankle, and since he couldn't play, so they had to do a 1v1. So it basically Friga versus Iverson, DC, and Slim. They had three subs, and Friga was by himself. So and for me, if I was in that situation, I'm like, bruh, these guys, you have White Iverson who can literally dribble the air out of the basketball, and then you have DC who's basically fundamentally sound, and then you have Slim who got long arms and a long body, and then he can literally jump over and get around you if he wanted to. That's a lot to go through by yourself in a 1v1 setting. And they had 3 subs. It was like a whole gauntlet that they had laid out for him, but he got the job done. He got the job done.
Yeah.
And and let's see, for Zach Cash and Kenny D was not going to win. I knew they was going to win because they no, it's not really chemistry. It's more so of they don't really mix. You don't see those 3 hoop together, unlike Zone 6. But Zone 6's guys, they can all hoop, but they lack consistency. They always find a way to just lose anything. They are one of the most inconsistent groups to have the best chemistry possible. And the thing is, nobody said they was going to win because they have a history of losing, of just choking. They had a history of just choking in the clutch, or just choking games overall. So I didn't think they were going to win. And then there was Friga, Chris White, and YPK Ray. Those guys went undefeated. And then Slim, DC, and who's it? Yeah, Slim, DC, and Iverson. They went 3-1. The only team they lost to was uh they lost to Friga's team because that team those 2 teams had the it was basically those 2 teams had the least amount of chemistry, but they were the best. They were the best because they're all hoopers. They all are hoopers, and they had Chris White, Friga, and YPK Ray. They had a guard. They had like a small forward, and they had a big man. The same thing for the other team. So with
Okay.
that together, that's like perfect basketball. That's like Chris Paul and Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. Like I said with the Suns, that's a perfect match. So you have a big man and they have 2 guards who can actually play. So that's what they had. Not so much for like DC's team because DC's not really a big man. He's really more of he's like a 3. He's not really a 4 or 5. He's a 3 in my opinion because he doesn't really have. I think he's like 6'5" or 6'6" or some type of height, or is he even 6'4"? But nonetheless, that was an interesting game, and I hope they do this 5v5 style. I hope they do this 5v5 style. That's what I'm waiting on. Waiting for the next one, or I'm waiting for them to run back the 1v1 tournament.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It is interesting that how much people are going for celebrity basketball, and the infrastructure by Ball's Life, or whoever's making. I'm sorry, House
Oh
of
yeah,
Highlights.
also they have their own like King of the Court series that they're doing. They're grabbing like the best known social media influencers and having them go 1-on-1 against each, having like all 3 of them go 1v1 against each other. That I also like. They're trying to put other people on, and that's what really HOH did that before them.
Hmm.
They had the Balls Life had their own style to it, which is what made it different.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Just I'm always I'm happy that they're giving people a way to not only make more money and a living, but giving more content. So that's always good. Um, I
Yes,
mean, man,
there's Crown Jewel coming up
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Saturday, November 5th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Hmm.
We got Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Karrion Cross Part 2, Braun Strowman and Omos, Bianca Belair versus Bayley, the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes, the OC versus Judgment Day, and the main event Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. Now, other than the main event, which match are you most interested in seeing what happens?
Look, I'm also interested in the Roman Reigns for sure.
Other than that one, that's easy because they got 7 matches. They got 6 more matches other than that one. That's easy word.
Oh
There,
yeah,
there, there, there has to be something else that has to catch your eye.
I mean, look, it's Logan Paul, bro. We all know what I'm interested in.
Yeah, but yeah, it's something else. That's easy. We
I
need
mean,
something
what
else.
else is really there, man? Like
It's
what?
like
What
Brock
like?
Lesnar and Bobby Lashley.
I
Drew
mean,
McIntyre.
okay, we'll see about we'll see how that goes. You know, I've seen Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Let's just be honest. All Royal Rumble. So
You barely seen
I'm
that.
really just more interested in the Logan Paul match. I just want to see how it goes. I've seen the other ones. So
If he beats him, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
huh?
If Logan actually beats Roman, I'm just gonna lose my mind.
Well, that would be the quickest come up ever. I mean, Jesus.
He's only had
Barely fought
he's
like
only
he's
had
done. This is
three
like his
he's
third match.
only had 3 it took him 3 matches to get a world title opportunity. And if he wins it on his first time try, Lord Lord help the wrestling world. I swear somebody's about to do something crazy because of this.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I'm sure there's awesome matches, and I'll be able to watch them. But there's only one match I care about, and but all the other matches will be before then, and we'll see how they go. That's all I say.
I mean, Logan, he is an athlete, but I don't know I don't know if it doesn't really make sense for Logan to beat Roman because there's not really a story behind Logan. He's had the match with the Miz, or him and the Miz at WrestleMania. Then he's had one at SummerSlam against the Miz, and then that was it. There's not really much of a story, much of a build up.
Yeah.
Then there's Roman Reigns, a who's had a track record of having the best matches with the best wrestlers during his time in WWE, leading up to his record-breaking undisputed Universal Championship reign. And then you're facing a guy who's only been here for 3 matches, and he beats you. And then that to me, I think will look that to me would be like the biggest upset, probably a more bigger upset than the Miz beating John Cena at WrestleMania. And that I didn't for sure at that night I didn't want Miz to win because I did felt that he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for that moment. He was well actually no, he already won that. I'm tripping. He already had the title. He never beat Cena for the title. He already cashed in on Orton and beat him, and then he defended it. I'm tripping. So I guess they thought he was ready, but
Mhm.
mm,
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I'm,
we gotta
I'm
see.
interested. I'm interested to see are they going to go long? Are they going to go along with and drawn out with those two, or are they just going to keep it like short and sweet with like 10 minutes? Like, what kind of match are they going to have? Are they going to have like a match where both of them are just going or just teeing off and actually showcasing like some of their skills, or is this going to be like what happened at WrestleMania 30 not what was it WrestleMania 30 not 30 yeah 33, or is it going to happen with WrestleMania 33 where Brock Lesnar and Goldberg had like 5 minutes? It's just basically them throwing out their best moves.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That was that was,
That
that was
was
really
that
it.
was that was sucked.
That was literally it. That's literally why I sat there for 5 minutes watching. Is that and it was on my birthday. I sat there and watched two dominant men just throw power moves at each other for like 5 minutes. They didn't even like.
Goldberg needs to stop fucking wrestling. Dude is doing 10-minute matches. He does like 2-3 moves because he really can't do nothing else. Like, damn, bro. Like, why are you wrestling? Like, I'm not saying you gotta give me a 25-minute match, but can I get anything more than like 10 minutes from you? I mean, that's all you got in your
It's
body.
more, yeah.
Like,
It's
that's
more
why
like I want to
wrestling.
see. I want to see what kind of wrestling knowledge you have. Like, can you like do some? Can you do some interesting submissions? Can you like do some? What kind of power moves can you do? Can you innovate? Can you innovate? Can you like use your surroundings? Can you be that innovator? That innovator
They just
that
bring him back to be a jobber for world championships. They gave him one because of his son, and no, he can't do anything else. All he can do is single move, two moves, because he don't got the conditioning, and he don't
all,
want to.
all you can do is
And
that is a military press.
barely can do
A
that.
military press hold into a spine buster, the swinging neck breaker, jackhammer, spear.
He barely can do any of the moves, man. That's the
Right,
problem.
he can't even do a jackhammer.
He can't. Yeah, he literally got the guy up and then immediately down.
Yeah, he couldn't even lift up Drew, and Drew's like almost the weight. Him and Drew weigh almost the same, and he can't even lift him up correctly.
Yeah.
So, but
Oh
I
man.
mean, I think Brock is gonna win. I think I say Drew's gonna win. Braun Strowman's gonna win, and
Yeah. Okay.
Bianca Belair is like the uh the longest reigning black world champion
Yeah.
at over 200 days. So so we're not counting like the Usos tag team title reign. We're counting a world championship. So no black person that has been world champion has had it for longer than 200 days. Not even Kofi Kingston, and he had it for like 6 months, like 5 months actually.
Yeah.
No, actually, he's had it for like 30, 69. Yeah, he's had it for like 5 months.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah. I mean, Bianca Belair, she's been good. Very happy for her that they've made her a champion for a long time now.
I think,
For a little bit.
and this is also good because we're branching away from like the four horsewomen. No Becky Lynch, no Charlotte, no Sasha, no Bailey, all at the top at one point. They all was Bailey was at the top. So Charlotte has always been at the top. Sasha's been at the top. Becky has always been at the top for like the last 3 years. Charlotte's been at the top since like 2015, and Bailey was at the top like during the like before the pandemic throughout the most of the pandemic era. She's been at the top. Then we've had then we have Sasha who's at the top, like not consistently, but she was there. And then Becky was always at the top for like the last 3 years, ever since WrestleMania 38. Actually, no.
Oh yeah.
35 actually. WrestleMania 35 in 2019. Then at WrestleMania 38, then that's when it ended. So I would say this is why I like to see, put her at the top, put Rhea Ripley at the top, put Raquel Gonzalez, put a whole new set. Like we've been through the four horsewomen. And these girls that came from NXT, this is what I like to see actually. Put the people that went from the developmental system, and then put them at the top. And they all I think at some point it's gonna be Raquel Rodriguez's time to be at the top.
Yeah. I mean, they got to get some new people.
Because
That's
they're not gonna, because Sasha, she's gone. Becky, she's injured. Bailey's just came back.
Not coming back yet.
No, she's she hasn't came back. She changed her Instagram handle and everything. Bailey, she just came back. Charlotte, she's on a honeymoon. So, put some new people at the top, and especially from NXT, because it's been nice, and it's been nice to see, but it's out with the old and in with the new. Even though all four of them are still top tier female wrestlers, and we haven't had this type of skills with this many women in years. There was like the Trish Stratus, the Mickey James, the shit, even.
Ooh. You're wait. Are these women? Oh, your mic got a little bit bad, but again, there's a lot of great talent in WWE Women's Division, but WWE has. This is probably Vince McMahon's fault. Has been unable to make any of this stick. They only fight like the same four people. It was kind of like that, like with that was like what was with the men's for a long time. It was like John Cena.
Oh, is my mic good?
Yeah, you're better now. You're fine.
Okay.
Wait.
So I mean, Triple H has done a very exceptional job with, especially the women's side, because the women's wrestling has been disrespected in WWE for so long, and it's nice to see that we're seeing like women also getting their shine in wrestling, because they were for so long used as like sexual icons and basically things to keep men entertained for so long.
What they were. Look at all the female wrestlers. There's like two real female wrestlers back then. Lita and Trish Stratus.
Yeah, Lita was also one of those.
And Mickey James came later or whatever.
And then
I remember Mickey James kissing the lips of Trish Stratus on like Raw or something. Like I watch all these old clips because I've been watching old clips, right? Stacy Keibler was there to be hot and not to be a real wrestler. Tori Wilson was the ultimate one. Okay, Tori Wilson was the ultimate one. All she did was be hot and do stuff. Sable too. Okay, Sable too. Yeah, Brock Lesnar.
Sable now she's done for. She's cooked.
I mean, she's older. I mean, that's
exactly. She's cooked.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens.
And Candice Michelle, she had some type of skill, but she was mostly eye candy.
She was eye candy. All the women were eye candy back then.
But the thing is that eye candy was a women's champion at the same time.
Yeah, like Stephanie McMahon was champion at the time.
Like, that was 6 days of no reason, for no reason.
Look,
just like Vince McMahon, he's a former WWE champion, bro.
Yeah, well, he did.
He can walk around and call himself, "I won the WWE title. I've already been WWE champion." That's crazy.
He is. I mean,
I forget that sometimes that he's actually won that title.
Yeah, not because he actually
air quotes on one.
Yeah, I mean, we all know the truth, man. Women wrestling is a lot better, and thank God it is. These women should not be no eye candy. That's boring. Okay, bra and panties matches, like that was it. It wouldn't fly today.
Pillow fight matches.
Yeah, I enjoy all those. Okay, not gonna lie, I enjoy all.
We all did.
Okay, we all enjoy them. Okay, that now things have changed and now it's better. Okay, now these women actually can wrestle, and most of them actually want to wrestle. You still got these super hot ones. Like the girl.
Nikita Lyons.
Nikita Lyons, like she's very good looking. She's got the curvaceous, thick body that no other woman in WWE has. Like we've had like these just giant women who don't make their figures good. Okay, like there's the black woman, not Nia Jax. There's another black woman, with braids. I remember.
Oh, Karma.
Oh well, yeah. I guess so, because I remember her face. I just remember the name. But Nikita Lyons is the first thick with 2 C's female wrestler who's got some moves. Mandy Rose has been champion for a year. Good for her.
Oh yeah, that NXT Women's title turned her around. now she's more taken seriously.
Yeah,
Because at
she
first
should
she was
probably
also
never,
that eye candy.
and she should never go back to the main thing unless they put a really good storyline in front of her. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're a person on NXT, never come to the WWE, man, because I like what look what they did to Keith Lee, man. I was looking up what they did to Keith Lee. They changed that man's catchy theme song. He had one of the best theme songs in the world, and they
Uh,
put like some techno BS and some garbage and gave him horrible storyline.
from that one, it sounded all right, but I just can never really get with it.
Yeah, but like, who said you should change it, man? Nobody asked to change it. Everybody liked his one, and I like his new one in AEW. It's a surprise when W doesn't touch his stuff. He makes bangers. He has another banger, okay? But no, they were like, no, Keith, we should make it more techno with less words. Like that thing was fucking lame. Okay, that was fucking lame. Like the amount of wrestlers they've ruined, or really Vince McMahon has ruined, because of his like complete utter fascination on like a certain body type for male wrestlers.
Like the only
It's,
people that really survived was like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn,
yeah,
and like Finn Balor.
yes, Finn Balor I
Those
think has gotten the short end of the stick. There's a reason why he asked to go back to NXT for a while because they weren't servicing him well. Because in
no,
NXT, was controlled by Triple H, now it's controlled by Shawn Michaels.
and he was
So
having banger matches in NXT.
yeah, yeah, that's why that's why WWE is going to be better with Triple H because Triple H has already shown us that when he's in control, he gives us good storylines, good matches, and wrestlers get used.
And he
That's the
gives us
truth.
what we need to see. He doesn't give us what he wants.
What he wants
He
to
gives us
see.
what we want.
Yeah, that's what Vince McMahon did bad. Is he gave what you want. He wanted to make Austin Theory a world champion. Austin Theory does not have the fans or I think even the right to be a champion. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything. Remember Drew McIntyre?
He hasn't beaten anybody
He
credible.
hasn't beaten anybody. Like there's a reason why they're looking to remove the Money in the Bank from him. Okay, like they're looking. He should not be a champion. It takes time. It takes a couple years. You've got to
Well,
build a rapport with.
Sheamus took 6 months to win his WWE
Yeah,
championships.
yeah. I mean, Shame. People are different. He's not Sheamus. He's not the Celtic Warrior. He's not like he doesn't have the thing. Who knows? They push Sheamus. It would have been great to be in the know about why they pushed Sheamus within 6 months to be champion. Obviously, there's something they liked.
And that was like the fastest in for any person to win the WWE championship.
Is it the fastest to win any world championship or just WWE
Mm,
championship? Because Randy
yes,
Orton won his pretty quick.
or Randy Orton won his like 2 years late. 2 years.
Oh well, he won his so young it would look
Yeah,
found
he
so
won
long.
it at 24, and he started in 2002. So it took him 2 years to win his first world title, and it took Sheamus 6 months to win his first world title.
Well, they clearly wanted to push Sheamus. I don't know how big Sheamus was at the time.
I
For
know
him.
it was in SmackDown versus Raw 2011 where they had that little fact where it took him 6 months, and that's the fastest that anybody has won the
Yeah, but
WWE championship specifically.
and that's why I'm asking. Well, why did they want him to win the championship so quickly? Like, what did he show that said we need to make this man a champion right now?
I
No,
guess I'm guessing probably because he's like somebody different. Like we never seen somebody like this guy
they've done
before.
Irish niggas before. Called Mister Finley or Fit Finley in WCW, Finley in WWE. Yeah, he did Fit
Yeah, but
Finley. It
Finley
was
never Finley would never really
yeah, like
never really caught the eyes of like, okay, we can put a world title on Finley and then he'll just run away with it. No, they seen Sheamus, they took a chance on him, and Sheamus
but
did well. He did well with his first push.
Sheamus. Well, to be a world champion in WWE, you need three things. You need upper management. You need to put on good matches, and the fans got to be with you. There's a reason why Daniel Bryan became world champion eventually. There's a reason why a lot, The Rock and all these people become champion. Why Stone Cold Steve Austin got the push, the crazy push in the late '90s, early 2000s. The fans loved them. They wanted them, and that's what happens. Maybe that's what Sheamus had. Austin Theory does not have the fans, in my
No,
opinion.
the
No
the
way, no
fans
way.
just the fans despise him with all their
Yeah,
might.
because you don't think these fans don't read what they're trying to do? Like they go out here and read. Like they know. Just like Roman Reigns was forced down our throats for years,
Yeah,
continuing to get world
and
championship matches,
and then
continuing
that's why people didn't like him.
didn't
And
like it
then
because it was
all
being
and then,
forced
like I
down.
said, when he had that leukemia, then everybody's like, oh man, they just
Bro.
felt sorry, so they just felt like they had to respect him and actually love him.
And then, but they also changed kind of the way they're booking in his character, so that also helped. But yes, he did benefit from a real life crisis, and hey, that's how things go. And hey, you need breaks. And that was the break for him because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The dude was in like so many world title matches. I'm like, Vince McMahon's trying to shove him down our throats. Like that was the last guy that worked for Vince. Ever after him, nobody else worked. Nobody else. He tried to force down your throat worked. Like Omos and like Omos needs like a Braun Strowman. Omos
Uh,
needs more
Oh, see,
more
Omos he needs time. Omos for sure needs time.
Well,
He
Omos
needs.
needs big dudes, man. Like he needs big dudes. Like let's not beat around the bush. He,
There's not many
they
big
just
men out there.
so he's never going to become a champion. Like what is like everybody's goal?
I mean, Big Show and Cena, they've been going. They've actually went at it over 100 times over
Yeah,
their
but Big
careers.
Show is so much more like it's weird to say, but he's more normal. Like Omos is so tall and big. He looks unfair. Like it's one thing for like a Big Show, a Braun Strowman, a Mark Henry. Omos is not only big but tall. He is so tall looking compared to like the Big Show. Like that's what makes him so weird. I don't think they really know what to do with him. That's why they brought back Braun Strowman to fight him, and they have an awesome match.
That's why they put MVP by his side.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't think he's gonna win because I don't think fans really like him at all. Like like
I think Braun Strowman he's gonna win for sure.
Braun Strowman. Yeah, it depends how they're making
But then how is
storyline.
he gonna
But
finish him
like
though? Is he gonna do that triangle chokehold? Is he gonna try and power slam him,
I
or is
think
he
he's
gonna
gonna try
try
to
and
power
power
slam
bomb
him.
him?
I'm for damn sure he's gonna try and power slam him. I know that one. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. They're gonna try and power slam him for sure. For sure. They're gonna do that shit. They're gonna power slam the shit out of him for real. But Omos needs he needs more big dudes. And like how am I supposed to believe he's gonna like lose to Roman Reigns? Like he's so damn tall. Like he's 7'2" or something, right?
You think 7'4".
He is 7'4", like 400 pounds. How is anybody supposed to beat him? How am I supposed how am I
Tap,
supposed to
make him tap.
like how am I like has he even had one hard match? Like I remember the Great
Mm,
Khali had like that one. I remember Umaga, right? Umaga was like unstoppable in like 2007, and then he lost to
Oh
like
yeah, yeah. He was
he
Oh
lost to like
07. 07 was like Umaga's year to win
yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah. Like he should have won the title. I think he should have won the WWE title because I was watching like a videos on like that year. Like nobody even knew it. Like they built Umaga as like this unstoppable beast, and he really was. But he lost in the Royal Rumble to Cena, like an epic. Like Cena got the ropes and tied his neck and shit. Like that was an awesome match. Like one of the best matches ever. I watched it, the full match actually on the through WWE. Like I remember the Great Khali had 1 year too, right? Where he like won the world title. Like they just
Yeah,
gave him
he had it for like 2 months, and then
2 months. Yeah.
Great Khali also had his own year of destruction,
Oh yeah. Oh
and then
yeah.
he actually won the world title,
Yeah, but
and
like all these guys got like good matches. Omos gets no matches. Like he faced some jobbers.
because
Like
there's nobody to really match up with him because they're all like involved in something else.
And the truth of the matter is, he's just too tall. I believe he's too tall for a good storyline. I don't think there's anybody outside Braun Strowman that can work with him. Like nobody. Not there's nobody. None. Everybody is like 6 foot. Like the tallest non-Omos person is probably Braun Strowman. I don't know who else is 7 feet right now on the main rosters or just that roster.
I
If we're
mean,
gonna
there
go,
are some big guys, but they're in NXT.
yeah, but like then we all know what's gonna happen. Like we've seen them ruin so many NXT like alumni. So I don't trust anybody. I don't trust. I mean, Triple H has got to show me before I trust him right now. But like Omos, he's a victim of his size. I'm gonna just be 100. Like he's a victim of being too damn tall. He's a victim. He's a victim of his own circumstances. There is no boy like wow. Roman Reigns is supposed to beat him. Like how dominant are they gonna make? Like how dominant is he gonna be in this match? And then if he beats Braun Strowman, who's next? Do they start moving him over to Roman Reigns? This is another issue with being a undisputed champion. Everybody's gunning for one guy. One guy.
So let's talk about this. This will be the reoccurring topic until it has been solved. Who who is left for Roman to beat?
Yeah.
Who's left for him to actually no? Who's left for him to even get challenged? Who's going to
That's
challenge
like,
him?
but yeah, that I mean, man, like so Logan Paul loses next week. Okay. Like
Who's next?
like
Literally,
who is next? Like they're not gonna do Omos. He doesn't have the fans, right? Like he doesn't have the
I
fans.
say it has to. I say they have to capitalize with Sheamus because the Brawling Brutes are challenging for the tag titles. So let's put
Oh, that's who they are.
the Brawling
Oh,
Brutes are challenging for the tag titles. So let's have Sheamus capitalize and have the Brawling Brutes versus the Bloodline.
okay. Well, are so that's who they're facing at Crown Jewel, right?
Yeah, Butch and Ridge Holland.
And so, well, what they could, I mean, we've been trying to scour the internet trying to find like what they're gonna do with like Roman and I look. Here's what I believe. I'm just ready for them to go back to a single title. I'm ready for them to go back.
I think they need to. I think at some point after Roman loses, they need to do doubles again.
Yeah, like they really should go back to like multiple titles. Like,
Give
and
people
personally,
chances.
I want them to retire. I want them to retire the Universal title and bring back the World title. The World title. That's actually what I want them to bring back.
I think that would be a good look.
Like I know you said that they're looking at doing something, and
Yeah, they're looking at it.
I really hope they really go for it though. I just want them to get rid of that title. That title is so ugly. I hate the Universal title. Just
I
gonna be
mean,
honest with you. I hate that title.
what they could do is have like if they have the titles ready, have Roman defend his title, and then whoever wins gets this new belt. It's this new so-called belt, and then it's big, and it's the big Goldie. Whoever wins, they pull off the covers, and it's big Goldie right under there. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I think that's what I think should happen.
Oh,
You
change the
retire the Universal
volatility.
Championship as Roman's title. He's like the best Universal Champion because he's been champion for almost 1,000 days with that title. Let him be like the best Universal Champion of all time, and then bring back Goldie and keep that lineage bring a throwback lineage back, and have Big Goldie again, and have more opportunities for more people because other people in that roster are deserving of being holding that title, and Roman having two of them is stopping that.
Yeah. So I'm reading. So Sami Zayn said that he's been. This is the one of the most filled out long term stories with the Bloodline. They've been doing this thing since April. It has been. Yeah, this is a long thing. It's been like 6, 7 months.
Yeah, he's been trying to get in the bloodlines. All star when he was trying to get into the bloodline, when he is now in the bloodline, and then now
And
him and
also,
Jay are.
he makes one of them break every time he talks.
Oh yeah, he's done it before. Yeah, he literally did it like 2 days ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, Jim Ross is on the Rampage, so he got moved to Rampage. Damn, oh, I guess he's fine. Okay.
I mean, you can't be on the top show forever.
I mean, he's probably just doing a little bit. I mean, he's ready to retire, man.
Yeah, I think it's about time for him to call it. You
I
know,
can't believe they had Emma wrestle back. That was crazy.
they had her wrestle Ronda out of everybody though.
Dude, that's so weird.
Ronda, especially for the women's title. They had her wrestle for that title out of any match they could have put her in. They're like, you know what? Let's just have you put you. Let's just put you straight into a world title match. As your first match back, and you're not gonna win. Like, let's do you like that, and see like okay, and lost anyway. Like, come on now. Her
Yeah.
first match back, and she loses. She lost against Ronda. They could have put her up against like Aaliyah or somebody and had like a good match. You
Yeah.
know, Ooh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I hope they do something with these titles because
Yeah, they really. I just think WWE doesn't work when there's only like these undisputed championship people.
it does
Like I remember when they did it the first time with like when Triple H beat Chris Jericho, they unveiled the now undisputed championship, and then eventually they moved back and put the world title right, like the
yeah they
world
did
title.
they did like a 2002.
Yeah, it was like that was the time from that until Cena. I think yeah, Cena won it in WrestleMania 21, and then he brought in like the spinner title, which then was there for like forever.
And from like 2005 to 2013,
Yeah, and
and
then they
then it was Cena and Orton in a ladder TLC match to unify the WWE and World Heavyweight title. Randy Orton won, and then I believe in 2015, no 2014, Brock and Cena, or Cena got dominated at SummerSlam in 2014. Brock, it was like the last one person to have held both of those titles, and then they revealed all new. They took the Rock's design and just basically like trimmed it down, and then that's been the design for like the last like 7 years. And now they brought in the Universal title. They had it red, then they had it blue. So the Universal title hasn't really had much lineage because there's only like select amount of people have had it in like 7 year span.
oh wait, maximum male models. Oh yeah,
Where that's a
that
joke.
was lame. They should yeah, Triple H should fire them niggas. They sound horrible.
I mean,
So I
not
didn't know this, but the New Day has held the title for 483 days, while the champs are on the 465-ish days. So they may fight each other one more time before they break the record. That would be
I think that will always be a good idea. If you want that record, you gotta go through us.
yeah. Yeah, Hit Row. Nobody cares about Hit Row. I'm not surprised.
I mean, I like Hero, but there's not
Yes,
these are getting started right now.
like
So
nobody like the fans tell you who they like, and when Hit Row hit, nobody cared. So them dudes, that yeah, they are a failure. It was probably pointless in the failure because if the fans don't feel anybody. Only Shinsuke Nakamura got any kind of pop. There were all the other people ain't got nothing. That's sorry. And Johnny Gargano or whatever his fucking name is, he also got nothing good. So I
I
don't
mean,
know, man.
he just came back from being with his kid for like a year.
Yeah, I just they got some problem.
So
Huh.
I mean, I can see why they're not like buzzing. But he did, but he was with his kid for like a whole year, and he took a massive break.
Yeah, yeah, and also I like what was the point of bringing Emma back, man? Like
That was so random. I don't even know what to say.
nobody cared. Like it was so hard to watch her like try to get hype and no everybody's like, who cares? Like nobody cares about you. And so maybe she was brought back just to get like a to just get jobbed and then she goes right back to being irrelevant. I don't know. That was a bad Friday night. Cause I'm reading walkculture.com. They're just like it just looked bad. That was a bad thing.
Yeah, that was one of the most random returns I've ever seen. But time will tell. Time will tell. Is she going to get a chance, or are these going to throw her to the curb?
Yeah. Madcap Moss. Oh, that's horrible. So Karen Cross is gonna go against Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're gonna finish it off at a crown
Still
jewel in a steel cage.
mm, okay. Well, good for the Brawling Brutes won. That's good.
They
That's good
did.
for their match. Yeah, you gotta have them be some kind of some kind of
Oh,
you gotta have to be.
you talking about
Yeah,
something?
I'm talking about the Brawling Brutes winning that match on SmackDown. You got to
Oh,
have them win something so that they can actually be competitive in the eyes of fans against the actual team. If they were like to lose, then nobody would care. Like that's just the truth. That's just the truth. Whenever because wrestling is a TV show, so you gotta give them at least something. Mm. Sami Zayn, he should be a babyface. I'm just reading these things because I didn't really watch it, but it seems like the Bloodline is the best thing going in WWE. That's from what I'm reading.
yeah, it is.
And that is horrible for wrestling because you need more than one good thing, and they are clearly the best thing. Raw has nobody at all. Like I really hope they really hopefully by the end of this year they end this undisputed bullshit and we can go right back to normal. Like Roman Reigns, you got your big time reign. Time for us to go back to normal, which is everybody's a war. People can have championships and storylines. Because I'm gonna be honest, you need more titles to have more storylines. Anyways, like it's tough, man. It is tough. It is tough trying to do storylines with only one main title, and all the titles are like everybody has to interact with the bloodline. Like everybody, there's barely anything. Like okay, you got Drew, you got Omos, like you've got a couple here and there, but not enough. At least not enough that are interesting to me. That's why I said there's only one thing I care about, which is Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns. Everybody else is kind of like, eh. Like, do we all really think the Usos are going to lose to the Brawling Brutes? You
What
know,
about the Rolling Brutes?
like, like, do we all really think the Brawling Brutes are going to win?
I
I
say
wish, I wish.
they have a big chance, but I don't think they're going to win.
Oh man, they really need to win, man. I'm so tired of seeing like three dudes hold like six titles. Like that is not WWE. Like we need to go back to normal. And also they are bringing back some gimmick pay per views, I believe. I think they're bringing back some gimmick pay per views. I know they're bringing back at least one or something.
I haven't seen TLC in like 2 years. They need to bring that one back.
Maybe because nobody liked people. Probably because people didn't like that bullshit. Like I like clearly nobody was buying that, man. Like that's why they never didn't bring it back. You know. Oh,
They should.
okay.
They should have. I mean, if they change up Extreme Rules to how it is now, then there's no way. Then there should be no problem bringing back TLC.
Yeah. I mean, they said they're doing some changes, which include fewer gimmick name shows. We also include an annual pay per view from the UK because the numbers are good. In addition to two annual shows in Saudi Arabia because they get them Saudi money, and they're also considering bringing back King of the Ring. They'll also include that show. The show will also include the Queen's Crown tournament. King of the Ring was dropped by Vince McMahon after Drew Week numbers in 2002 as a pay per view concept. That was a long time ago. Damn. So they may actually bring back it as a pay per view because they've got Peacock money and nobody cares about pay per view buyers. They don't have to, which makes sense. So they dropped their day one pay per view. Oh, okay. I remember seeing that was like day one pay per view. What the fuck? I remember that was like okay. You know why? Because day one nobody cared. I see why they call it day one. But yeah, that sounds sorry. Probably because I guess it didn't do enough good. You know. Yeah. So. Ooh. So no pay per
Mm,
view in December at all. From December all the way to like late January, there'll be no pay per view. Ooh, that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Royal Rumble is gonna be like the 28th of January.
Wow, that's a long time without pay per view. They better make some good stories then, because they're gonna have weeks. They're gonna have a lot of weeks before another pay per view. So like, what are the how many would you call gimmick pay per views are there currently?
Gimmick pay per views.
Like there's like the Night of Champions. Remember they used to do Night of Champions, right?
Oh yeah,
Like I think that's gone. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, not yeah. Class. Haven't seen Class of Champions. Uh,
Yeah, because it probably did no numbers. They literally stopped those things because they're not making no numbers. If they ain't making numbers, they ain't making sense. So they're gonna
oh
cut
yeah,
them
like
all.
Battleground,
Oh yeah,
Vengeance.
Vengeance. They may bring back Vengeance. They may bring
Mm,
back Vengeance. Vengeance may come back. That's what I read.
they moved the Great American Bash to NXT,
Oh,
so they call it NXT Great American Bash.
I see. Wow, that sucks.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more.
Yeah, I know there's a lot more. I'm
Yeah,
just wow, that's crazy. Even
Judgment Day.
oh yeah, Judgment Day is gone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's been gone. They could probably bring that back and put like and have Judgment Day main event that pay per view.
It's like what else? Yeah, we'll see. What else do they? So let me see. I mean, what other pay per views? So they've got Hell in a Cell. They've got yeah, WrestleMania Backlash always sounded stupid. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna be honest. What was the
Yeah,
point of that?
they're not they're in a regular arena just copying the WrestleMania logo and just putting Backlash under it.
Just
There's
how about you
nothing
just
new.
bring? So why can't you just put Backlash? How about
Like
that?
it's like they're trying to make it a whole different thing. I'm like, bro, no, it's not.
Oh wait, Breaking Point was in Montreal, Canada.
Yeah, Breaking Point
Wow.
was the thing.
Yeah, Breaking Point was in Montreal. That was the last match event in Montreal because Elimination Chamber is going back to Montreal. I was just looking. Oh, Survivor Series, yeah. Crown Jewel, yeah. I'm just trying to see. Damn. I really hope they bring back Judgment Day or Vengeance. Vengeance would be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, or Breaking Point, where it was like majority of the matches were like submission matches only. so you
Probably
can
because
actually
nobody wants to
see what
watch
their
any of these
so
dudes,
you can
though.
actually see what their submission ground game is like.
There's a reason why they canceled that shit because nobody watched it.
Yeah, because they're not wrestling fans. That's why
What?
they just want to
Man,
see the
you know most of these wrestling fans just want to
they
fucking
just want to
watch.
see the simple power moves, high flying stuff. They don't want to see the technical ground game.
I look. I would just hope. I'm just hoping for some dope matches. You know, I'm good. Oh wow, yeah, they're gonna go. Oh, Extreme Rules on the Soul. They're going away. Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, Extreme Rules was always iffy.
Mm,
Extreme was always iffy because they never really had like Extreme Rules matches until the last previous pay per view.
hmm Wow. Yeah, the pay per view events have not been very good. They have not been. When you get it's like when you get money when you get a big contract in sports and you start to kind of like tail
You tend
off.
to just fall. You tend to just be
Yeah.
to stay loose.
You tend to just not care as much because when WWE's getting $1 billion, they're like, we're gonna get $1 billion regardless if these matches are trash. So we're gonna make oh, you know. Yeah, I mean, Clash of the Castle was really good though. I enjoyed that one.
Oh
Roman
yeah,
Reigns,
yeah,
Drew McIntyre, Sheamus,
yeah.
like that was a
I
good one.
enjoyed that match. I enjoyed that match for sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
the pay per view as a general was really good.
They
Uh,
did they didn't mess up where they should have had his theme there.
yeah,
They should have let him use his theme, but he was gonna lose that night. So I think we good on that. I think I'd rather him use that as an opening than him actually walk out with that plane and then he loses.
yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm just reading, and they say that there are going to be action in the gimmick based events, which are referred to as B pay per views, which are subpar shows that don't really matter. Like Money in the Bank, Money in the Bank doesn't really matter for like months. I'm just be honest. Um, I do
But Money in the
agree
Bank
with
is such a special occasion.
it. It may stay for that, but like Extreme Rules, I understand why that could go. Hell in a Cell, I could understand why that could go. Um, I understand why a lot of the pay per views are gone, and also I agree. I would love it if they put more awesome dope matches on Raw and SmackDown so that everybody can watch them. I agree with that. Shit, I would love if they put like these awesome matches on TV. Like that's one thing AEW does well is they put more of significant matches on Dynamite rather than like on a bunch of pay per views. That's just like I remember used to get W championship matches like Cena versus whoever. Like they were good. Like that's why I like. I don't know, man. Uh, like more championship matches, more big matches on TV so I can watch them. Because that's why that's the thing gets millions of views. It's the only thing actually that you know is on TV. So that'd be dope. Yeah, Sheamus
So
versus Gunther. Yeah, that was good.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Everybody loved that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, of course they're going to Clash of Castles is going to be a mainstay now. They got 62,000 fans. It was a big event. It was a really nice event. It's probably the best pay per view they've done in a while. But well, I guess we're done here.
Yeah, I guess we're done. And with that being said, this has been another episode of the APF podcast, episode 162. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system, aka the coach, signing out.
And it's your boy going forward. If you enjoyed the podcast, please leave a like, please comment, please subscribe. Look at all those links down in the description. You gotta push that button, okay? That arrow button, push it down. You'll see them all there. Um, you know, It's been a good weekend. Time for me to go watch the rest of this Bills Packers game, see how that's going, and we'll see you next week, same time. We're just stacking up again, man. We're doing this every week again. So yeah, that's it for us.
Yeah, we out of here. Ah!
Later.